You're listening to Hot Topics on Good Mix Radio, hosted by Mike Melody and Sheila Harmony. And each week, they dive into the top trends, pop culture moments, and viral stories dominating the web. They unpack the chaos with humor, sharp takes, and insights you won't find anywhere else.
So, what's really grabbing everyone's attention online this week? We're diving into the top Google searches from, let's see, the third week of July 2025 to uncover the latest in entertainment pop culture.
Yeah.
You know, stuff everyone's talking about. Our mission here is really to boil these trends down, give you some sharp insights, basically a shortcut to what's truly captivating the world right now.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating how search data acts almost like a dynamic mirror to public interest.
Mirror, yeah.
Right. It doesn't just show us what people are curious about, but maybe more importantly, it reveals how effectively things like big media releases drive that curiosity. And these trends this week, they reflect a really diverse range of interests. I mean, everything from huge awards shows to surprisingly popular video games.
Okay, speaking of events that demand attention, the ESPY Awards 2025. That absolutely dominated search trends this week. It really seemed to cut through all the noise, honoring great athletes and really memorable moments.
Well, the ESPYs always draw a big audience, that's true. But its dominance in search this week, I think it goes beyond just sports.
How so?
It really highlights how these curated viral moments of, like really emotional speeches or even controversial decisions, they now drive public interest maybe even more than just the final scores or who won what.
Right.
It sort of transforms an award show into this huge social media spectacle, doesn't it? And that pulls in a much, much wider audience than just, the core sports fans.
That's a really great point. So, okay, what specific moments from the ESPYs do you think really pushed that massive search volume? I mean, we saw the major winners, obviously incredible achievements, the Breakthrough Athlete Award, highlighting young talent.
Exactly. It wasn't just about who won the trophy. There were several really emotional speeches that just went viral almost instantly on social media.
Yeah, I saw a few clips.
Right. Athletes expressing gratitude, sharing these heartfelt stories that just resonated deeply. They sparked conversations way beyond the usual sports channels. And, well, like any major ceremony, there were definitely some, let's say, controversial decisions.
Oh, always.
Yeah, and those ignited some pretty heated debates online among fans, athletes.
Yeah.
It just proves that controversy, maybe unfortunately, also drives significant search traffic and engagement.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so while live events like the ESPYs grab that immediate attention, what about when the attention is built purely on anticipation?
Yeah.
That's where the world of film and, trailer buzz really shines. Let's start with the highly anticipated Mortal Kombat II film. Looks like it's already shaping up to be a summer blockbuster.
It certainly seems to be off to an impressive start. The film opened with a strong $25 million on its first day.
Wow, okay.
Which puts it ahead of quite a few summer blockbusters this year, actually. And it's projecting a total opening weekend gross of around $70 million.
$70 million? That's a big jump from the first one, isn't it?
It is a significant improvement over its predecessor's opening. It really signals a very successful launch for the sequel.
And he seems like critics and audiences are, maybe surprisingly, kind of on board. That's not always easy for video game movies.
No, definitely not.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's holding, a 72% approval rating? People are praising the vastly improved fight choreography and the introduction of characters like Kitana and Melina. Apparently, the finish him sequences are more intense than ever, and the fatalities are, let's just say, more gruesome and creative.
Right.
So given its success, does this suggest maybe there's a winning formula now for future video game adaptations? Or is Mortal Kombat 2 just like a unique case?
That's a really crucial question, I think. Because, so many video game adaptations struggle, don't they? They try to please critics and fans, and it often falls flat. But Mortal Kombat 2's strong score on Rotten Tomatoes, plus those solid box office numbers, it does suggest a successful formula, basically delivering on those core fan expectations.
Like the fatalities.
Exactly. Things like more gruesome fatalities might sound niche, maybe even off-putting to some critics, but they can effectively override other critical nuances. It proves that sometimes just giving the fans what they really want, especially the ones loyal to the original games, can lead to broader success, both commercially and sometimes critically. And the trailer release itself, that directly caused a huge spike in searches. It just reinforces that powerful connection between these fan-focused media releases and, public curiosity.
That's a compelling insight. Really interesting. Okay, shifting gears a bit, another highly anticipated film, Superman 2025, creating a massive buzz around that one, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's this talk of a fresh take on the iconic superhero, and the anticipation is just, you can feel it building as the release date gets closer.
Absolutely. This new Superman film, it boasts a pretty impressive cast. They've got a young, versatile actor known for his range in the lead role. Yeah. And the director has outlined this compelling vision that apparently blends action, drama, and even humor.
Humor. Interesting.
Yeah. Which is quite an ambitious mix for a Superman movie, isn't it? It hints at something maybe a bit more complex than just your straightforward hero story.
And the trailer breakdown for Superman 2025, that's something fans are really, really dissecting. I mean, they're eagerly searching for Easter eggs, speculating about the plot.
Oh, definitely.
Fan reactions seem overwhelmingly positive, and the box office predictions are already suggesting it's poised to be a, major success. How does this kind of pre-release trailer engagement, especially for such an iconic character like Superman, how does that differ from, say, the buzz around a typical blockbuster trailer?
Well, for an icon like Superman, the engagement isn't just about general excitement. It's deeply rooted in nostalgia and this sense of ownership from the fan base.
Ownership, yeah, that's a good word for it.
Right. So every frame, every little hint in that Superman 2025 trailer, it gets scrutinized for how it honors or maybe deviates from decades of lore. It's not just a trailer drop. It's like this massive conversation starter that activates a highly engaged pre-existing community. Right. And that just amplifies the organic buzz like crazy. Exponents.
Right. Okay. So beyond the big screen releases, our attention now turns to the small screen. Specifically, the Stranger Things Season 5 trailer. It finally dropped.
Yes.
Setting the stage for the final chapter of this, incredibly beloved series.
And that trailer is absolutely packed, just packed with key insights. We get these tantalizing glimpses of Hawkins' final battle.
Looks intense.
Oh, yeah. Featuring this massive, ominous force that seems to be the ultimate threat. It also hints at crucial character reunions and new, even darker challenges that are going to push the gang right to their limits. It really suggests a very, very high-stakes conclusion.
And the fan engagement around this one is just phenomenal, isn't it? Theories, speculations about the ending, they're dominating discussions everywhere.
Everywhere.
Debates on symbols, predicting who lives or dies, even potential spin-offs already. The creators themselves promise the final season is going to be bigger and more epic than ever. We often see movie trailers spark buzz, but how does this intense Stranger Things trailer engagement, with all the fan theories and that deep speculation, how does that differ from a typical film trailer reaction?
Yeah, it's kind of a different beast entirely, I'd say. For a series finale like Stranger Things, the trailer isn't just a preview. It's like a piece of a puzzle people have been working on for years.
Oh, good analogy.
Right. Fans have invested years in these characters, these storylines, so their engagement is almost forensic. They're not just excited, they're actively trying to decode the ending, using the trailer like a roadmap to build their own theories. It creates this much deeper, more communal form of engagement than you typically see for a standalone film, where the mystery is usually saved for the actual release.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so beyond the blockbusters and beloved series, our search data points to a completely different kind of screen capturing hearts. Something surprising.
Yeah.
The world of gaming. Specifically, the Grow a Garden video game.
Yes. This one's fascinating. What makes Grow a Garden really unique is that it's a realistic gardening simulator, but it goes way beyond just, planting seeds.
Yep.
It offers this incredibly immersive experience. It actually mimics real-life gardening challenges. Things like managing resources, dealing with pests, diseases, even adapting to changing weather conditions.
Oh, pretty detailed then.
Extremely detailed. It provides a level of authenticity you just rarely see in this genre.
And the mechanics sound innovative too. Like it boasts a realistic plant growth system where plants actually respond to the care you give them, watering, pruning, fertilizer.
Exactly. Which makes it both educational and entertaining. Plus, the multiplayer garden competitions seem brilliant. They're fostering this really strong sense of community among the players.
Yeah, and the social media buzz, the streaming numbers for Grow a Garden have been phenomenal. Apparently over, 1 million hours streamed on major platforms?
Incredible numbers.
This game is breaking records. But why? Why do you think this specific blend, the realism, the education, the competition, why has it resonated so powerfully right now? Especially compared to more traditional sort of fast-paced gaming trends.
That's the really interesting question here, isn't it? I think its appeal lies in that unique blend you mentioned, realism, genuine educational value, and that competitive multiplayer element. But it also taps into this broader societal shift towards cozy gaming, maybe even mindfulness.
Cozy gaming, yeah.
In a world that often feels pretty chaotic and fast-paced, Grow a Garden offers this sort of meditative, rewarding escape. It lets players experience the satisfaction of nurturing something, learning actual practical skills and even competing, but in a pretty low-stress environment. It's such a stark contrast to the usual high-octane action games, and its success really shows there's a clear appetite out there for calmer, maybe more constructive digital experiences.
That's really insightful. So, given that unique appeal, that sort of niche it fills, what's the biggest challenge for a game like Grow a Garden to keep that momentum going once the initial, novelty wears off?
Yeah, that's the critical test for any viral hit, right? For Grow a Garden, the challenge will definitely be to continuously introduce new things, new plants, new challenges, community events, just to keep the gameplay fresh and that community engaged. Its strength is its realism, but that also means the core mechanics are somewhat finite. The developers will really need to innovate within that realistic framework to stop it from becoming repetitive. That's key to ensuring its longevity beyond just this initial breakout success.
Well,
So, okay, looking at all these diverse search trends from this week, the third week of July 2025, what they tell us is pretty clear, I think. Entertainment, in all its forms, it just continues to dominate our digital interests.
yeah, definitely.
It really highlights the significant and I'd say evolving role that media plays in shaping what we talk about, what we seem to care about, and ultimately what we search for online.
It's so evident that society is just deeply invested in popular culture. There's this huge appetite for news, for updates on the latest developments, films, sports, even these unexpected gaming worlds like Grow a Garden. It feels like a collective search for connection and information.
Which, raises a really important question, I think. As media continues to evolve, as it keeps pushing the boundaries of engagement and interaction, how will our digital interests shift? How will they reshape what it even means to be truly well-informed in the years to come? We'd encourage you, the listener, to maybe reflect on how your own search habits might already be reflecting some of these broader cultural currents we talked about today.